Hi, everybody. I'm Seth Levine, and I'm back in the United States now. I've just finished 2 years of service with First Things Foundation in Sierra Leone, and I'm putting together a final set of project videos just so that everybody will know what we're doing as I'm leaving Sierra Leone or just before I left Sierra Leone. And this is going to be a project update video for Madany's poultry. Now, this project was initiated by Maximus Magyar about 2 years ago at this point. He had actually met Madany. Actually, probably a good idea just to tell the full story. So Madany first approached one of our former field workers, Jacob Marsnick, the day before he left Kailahun. And that's whenever he learned about First Things and what we do. Now, unfortunately, Jake wasn't able to help him, obviously. And he then approached Gabriel, who was our next field worker. And Gabriel had a lot going on at the time and wasn't able to help him. And later on, Maximus showed up in Kailahun, and Madany again approached one of our field workers, Maximus, and shared with him his passion for poultry and his vision for starting a bunch of small coops in the Kailahun district. Now, Madany is actually one of the first people I met whenever I first arrived in Sierra Leone. I went to go visit a coop that he had helped start, and I was very impressed with him. He clearly understands what he's doing whenever it comes to tending to poultry. So we think that this is a worthwhile endeavor. Now, unfortunately, not a whole lot was done on this project once it became official. And I actually inherited it in last August from Maximus. So after I'd gotten back to Sierra Leone, after being on medical leave, I met with Madany, and I realized that we needed to reorganize and reconfigure a lot of the project. For one, the land that Madany planned on leasing, and by the way, what our initial engagement with Madany is we were just going to help him have his own chicken coop to start managing himself, so that he could start generating some profits to hopefully help support his family. The land that he was going to originally build the coop on was no longer available. We needed to create a bunch of new estimates to determine how much the actual engagement was going to cost. And it took us a couple months to figure that out. We actually weren't able to come to what I felt was a solid understanding of what this was going to look like until November. Now, I had already raised about $500 through my parish in Houston, Texas, St. Joseph's Orthodox Church, to go towards this project. And in December, I reached out to one of our longtime donors, Randall, who pledged an additional $2,000. Now, we raised $2,500 to go towards this project, and we started moving the money to Sierra Leone early on this year. Unfortunately, we ran into a bit of a problem, because after creating that estimate and collecting the money that was going to be necessary to go towards constructing Madany coop, there was a dramatic amount of inflation in Sierra Leone. The price of chickens went up 100%. The price of a lot of materials for building the coop went up upwards of 25%. And we weren't able to hit all of our objectives by the time I left Sierra Leone. Now, Madany does have a coop. He does have chickens. He has medication for them. He has feed. He just doesn't have the flock size that he had originally wanted. But upon leaving Sierra Leone, talked to Madany. We're going to continue working with them, hopefully. But that's going to be up to future field workers to determine what the next engagement is going to look like, because at this point, we're going to need to create a new one. And that's the news that I had to share with everybody today. It's a finished engagement. Unfortunately, we didn't hit all our goals because of some, unexpected inflation.